So good, sir. To file a formal complaint, is it upstairs?
No, you can go right here, sir.
Right here?
Lady should be there. The Miss Gonzalez.
Okay, thank you. Hello. Do you have to make an appointment to file a complaint?
What's your name, please?
Ismael.
Ismael.
Yeah, Ismael.
Your last name?
Just Ismael, it's fine.
Okay.
Mr. Ismael?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Sí, quería hacer a formal complaint.
Of course. Come on in.
Thank you.
You don't have any weapons on
Yes.
you? You do?
Yeah.
Okay, can you go leave it back in your car, please?
Do you have any safe boxes?
No. I
You
don't
don't?
have one.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll be back.
Ready, sir?
Yeah,
Appreciate it. Come on.
thank you. Need to pat me down or anything?
I'm sorry?
You want to pat me down or anything?
No, I mean, you secured your weapon. You secured it. This is a secure facility. We don't allow somebody to carry
Okay.
weapons in here, okay?
Está bueno.
Before we get started, my name is Investigator Rosales, okay? I apologize, this card has the actual address. We used to be located downtown.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with our previous office. It was at the second floor. We recently moved back here, but my contact information is correct as far as the actual
Phone number and everything?
It's correct. So
Alright.
that'll be how can we help you today, sir?
Pues el complaint, ya pasó esto, ya pasó hace mucho que no he hecho nada.
Okay.
So el complaint is the February the 6th.
Okay.
During curfew, special order, okay, the 2 weeks at the 6th and the 14th. Officer Ibarra y Jalomo started asking me questions, so I didn't want to answer any questions. So he said that I was being difficult because I didn't want to answer questions.
Right.
So he pulled me out of the vehicle. Then after that he told me he started searching my car, so that's the first complaint. He went into my car without my consent, and I asked him if he had PC, and he said yes, curfew was enough PC for him to search. So that's the first complaint. So then after that, he put me in cuffs. Then they were changing the story. The other officer told me I was under arrest, although the main officer Ibarra never told me I was under arrest. So they told me he never knew why. So he said for failure to ID first. I advised him that's a secondary charge. You need to be arrested for there needs to be a crime to be arrested before getting charged with failure to ID. So then they kept changing the story. I was being detained for the curfew. I was being detained for the failure to ID. Then after he went into my car, he said I had a weapon in plain view. But that's after the fact that he went inside my car and moved all the stuff I had. So that's a second complaint that he lied about there being a gun in plain view. So that's the second complaint. And well, finally they arrested me for that crime, supposedly, right?
Okay, so you're saying Officer Ibarra, correct?
Ibarra.
Do you know his first name?
Carlos.
And you're indicating that you were arrested on that particular date, correct?
Yes.
And they didn't formally tell you exactly what charges you were being charged with?
No, they were all over the place. They didn't know. They know what charge they're gonna charge me with.
But eventually you were advised of what charges?
Yeah,
you were-
and after I was booked in jail,
Okay. You know what charges you were?
unlawful carry of a weapon.
That's it? That's
Yeah.
what charge you were
Yeah,
charged?
and then they cited me for curfew violation and failure to ID.
Okay. And so when you say that you were being detained, were you in handcuffs the entire
Yeah.
time?
Mhm.
Or you?
After I said I wasn't going to ID because I didn't need to. As far as I mean, I follow the law,
Mhm.
so I was following 38 Penal Code 3802, which states that I only have to ID if I've been lawfully arrested, and he never told me I was under arrest.
So I want to backtrack. So you're saying that you were eating your meal, you were having a meal, and then we approached you.
Yeah.
Our members approached you
Uh-huh.
while you were having a meal. And where did this take place? What restaurant?
Inside it was a private parking lot, Blue Moon,
Okay.
and some other bars there.
Okay.
They were empty.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was an empty parking lot. You decided to have a meal there.
It's not just because I decided to. I was feeling my glucose level going low, so.
Okay. So you immediately, because of how your physical characteristics are, so you said, you know what, I need to pull over, eat something, so that way you're
Right.
feeling better. So you do that. You pull over inside the parking lot, and then we approach you.
Yeah.
Immediately after, or time passes by.
I don't remember how much time
Left.
went through, but I would say a minute or two.
Okay.
Yeah, and immediately making statements. I'm in a private parking lot after hours. Where was I coming from? Where was I going? I was in violation of curfew, although I was by myself. And curfew, it's very clear. It's only meant for gatherings. So I was by myself in my car. So at no point was I violating any curfew.
Right. Were you able to? Were you able to convey that to the officer that you were kind of feeling a little bit, ill, and the reason why?
After the fact that they told me I was under arrest, before that I just plead my Fifth Amendment, and apparently they got upset because I plead my Fifth Amendment. Basically, that's what happened.
But did they solicit information as to if you were okay or anything like that?
No.
When they approached you?
No.
No, there was no solicitation?
No,
As your well-being or anything like that?
no, nothing. Just where is I coming from? Where is I going? I was in violation. And the other complaint would be when I said it doesn't matter where I'm coming from. That's were my words. He said, "You want to make it difficult? We'll make it difficult." So that's the other complaint.
Right. And what were the officers doing when you, I guess, entered the parking lot? Do you know they were outside their vehicles?
I don't recall really.
Don't recall?
I don't recall.
You know,
I need to go over my dash cam, but I really don't recall what they were. They said on video that they were working on some COVID forums or something like that.
Now, when you say dash camera, do you have video that recorded? You recorded this incident?
Yeah, I did.
Yes. And where is this video at? Is there a way for you to provide that video to us?
I will eventually, but I would prefer for you all to look at your body camera to confirm everything that I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Did they eventually provide medical attention to you? Did you
Yes.
convey to them that you were really feeling? Yes. So, and did medical personnel treat you?
Yeah,
Yes.
they did.
Did they ask if you wanted to be transported to the hospital? Did you refuse further treatment?
No, I just wanted to make sure my level was okay by then, which it was at 100. So yeah, it was a little bit low, but it was normal already.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so, did you provide identifying information to the officers of who you were at the time, or anything like that?
Not to the officers, to the firefighters. I did after. Yeah.
The paramedics, you provided that information. And so, was that information then forwarded, I'm assuming, to our officers, or did you ever identify yourself to them even after they detained you?
No. Well, when EMS showed up, Ibarra said, we already have his information, so we don't need it.
Okay, so he was able to gather that
No.
information somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What happened to your vehicle?
They towed it.
It was towed?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know where it was towed to?
Gonzalez, DF Gonzalez
DF
towing on
Gonzalez.
Mines Road.
And you were able to recover the vehicle
Mhm.
immediately the day after?
The day, 3 days after.
3 days after.
Yeah. And then my juice, they just poured it on the floor. That
Right.
had almost a full cup.
Okay. What about your vehicle? Just so I can kind of ascertain on the inventory. Was there any items missing in your vehicle that you?
Yeah. You all stole 8 firearms from there.
You have firearms that were stolen?
No, you all stole them. You took them from my car.
Oh, they were seized.
If you want to call it that way, I mean, yeah.
Or they reported stolen, or they were seized?
No, they were mine. They were mine.
But you recovered them already, or they're?
No, they're here in the
Oh,
property
they're
room.
seized.
Yeah.
Okay. But as far as stolen property, that you filed a report for stolen items such
Yeah.
as currency, jewelry, anything
Uh-huh.
like that?
Yeah,
that you-
a knife and a backpack were missing because I called 2 times to the property room
Mhm.
and he told me we don't have those items. So they told me to call the record company. So I called. They told me we didn't go inside the car. We just parked it and that's it.
Right.
So I filed a police report, a theft for those 2 items. And somehow the next day they called me that they found them here.
So the items are here at the department?
Yeah.
Have they been returned to you?
No.
They haven't been
No,
returned?
they told me they're not gonna give me nor my guns, nor my backpack, nor my magazines. I mean, nothing. It's evidence supposedly.
Okay. Anything other than those items that are not found here at our department that are still missing or unaccounted for?
No, I don't think so. Just
No.
no.
Okay. And then the weapons, what type of weapons were seized?
Okay. So it's in the arrest affidavit.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So just to get the correct number, is it 8 plus the original unlawful carrying charge, or is it 8?
No, they just took everything I had inside.
Okay.
It says vehicle contained a black and color rifle. That was a Savage, a 22 caliber hunting rifle. Then a Kel-Tec 9mm. Then a brown shotgun. Then the green handgun, a Kanki.
Mhm.
Then a black Glock. They put 45 on the arrest affidavit, but it's a 9. A revolver, a 22 caliber revolver.
So which is the weapon that was originally seen by the officer? Were they all in plain view? Your rifles?
Just my rifles.
Your rifles were in plain view?
Only my rifles,
Your
yeah.
rifles, yeah. There was no alcohol in the vehicle or anything like
No.
that, correct? No?
I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't break the law.
And so, aside from Officer Ibarra, is there anybody else that you want to file a complaint against?
Officer Gerardo Jalomo,
Okay.
the secondary officer.
And before I get to Officer Jalomo, any demeanor issues with Officer Ibarra?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, also you had issues with his demeanor?
Yeah.
Yes. Anything else in addition to what you disclosed about Officer Ibarra?
As far as breaking the law, or
Any other complaint that you feel that,
just unprofessional,
okay,
basically. Then just I mean, basically unprofessional and unknowledgeable as far as law,
okay.
as far as IDing, the curfew that was in place at the time.
Sorry, let me ask you this. Did you at any particular time solicit a supervisor, or
Mhm.
yes, you did? And was it one able to talk to you, or?
Yeah, I think it was R. Fernandez.
Okay.
I just went with Ibarra's story, so
Okay.
well, if you can add him as in the complaint as well, because he just approved everything Ibarra told him.
Right. Okay.
So
So you conveyed your the details of your account and
yeah, and the supervisor also said that I was in violation of curfew. So
Okay. Okay. So that was Sergeant Fernandez, correct?
uh-huh. It's gonna be 3.
And what about Officer Halom? Halom was the same way, just his demeanor also?
His demeanor, calling me a cop baiter, calling me just his lack of understanding of the law as well, making up things along the way. He's the one that told me I was under arrest for curfew, then for failure to ID, then for at one point he said I was speeding, which I was inside a private parking lot.
That you were speeding?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, they were all over the place. They didn't know what was I getting charged with. He said, and at one point he clearly said I was under arrest for pleading my Fifth Amendment. So I mean that right there is a clear violation of my Fifth Amendment.
Right.
Yeah.
When you were transported, did you get transported here to our facilities for
Mhm.
booking? Yes. Do you recall who processed?
Ibarra?
He did.
Huh?
And what about at booking? Was there any particular behavior?
No.
The same type of behavior that was exhibited out in the field was the same?
No complaints. No complaints as far as the booking process or anything like that. No complaints.
And then you were transported to county?
Mhm.
Yes. Also on the way to transport to county, no issues?
I never spoke to him during en route to here nor to jail. I never spoke to him.
So no further concerns from the actual arrest moving forward?
No,
Nothing
after the arrest, no. I mean,
No.
that's enough.
Okay, I just want to make sure there was nothing in addition
Mhm.
to the behavior on the field. Any damages to your vehicle as far as from
No.
the impound?
No.
No.
Well, just they threw the juice in like on the floor.
Right, it was spilled inside your
Yeah,
cab?
purposely it was upside down. I had it in my cup holder.
And so this occurred back in February, right, Mr. Finkel?
February the 6th, yes.
And is there a particular reason for the delay in reporting this
Uh,
matter?
I would say in part would be just afraid of retaliation, basically.
Retaliation from Officer Ibarra?
Yeah, no, from the department.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a particular reason why you would be concerned for retaliation from our? Have you had previous encounters that have
I have, but I mean,
unsettled you?
if Officer Ibarra and Jalomo did that to me that day, I mean, you can think they'll do anything like after. So, I mean, that's just my thinking. I mean,
Okay, sure, I understand. Let me ask you this: Has Officer Ibarra, Sergeant Fernandez, Officer Jalomo, have they threatened you in any manner after the arrest?
no, they haven't. I haven't. Oh, I saw who Sergeant Fernandez. I saw him like a week after.
Okay,
Yeah, we spoke for a while. It just, I mean, I don't take things personal.
right.
I just want for them to learn what they're enforcing. I mean, they're enforcing the law. They need to know the law.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So no fear of retaliation from Sergeant Fernandez?
No, I think basically it was just the lack of knowledge as far as the curfew goes.
Right.
And he just believed everything Ibarra told him. So
Right.
that's the main complaint.
So then there's been no exhibited hate behavior from Officer Ibarra, Officer Jalomo, or Sergeant Fernandez?
No, because I haven't met after that incident. I haven't seen nor Ibarra nor Jalomo, just Sergeant.
And what finally made you, I guess finally, and thank you for coming in and I guess addressing the issue, but What finally led you to come in and file the actual complaint?
I really don't know. I really don't think I'm gonna get much out of this because when a department investigates themselves, I don't think anything turns out of it. I mean, just I don't know, just to see what you all do
Right.
as far as correcting them or training wise, or I don't
Of
know.
course. Okay. Is
I
this
mean,
something-
and clearly Ibarra also he lied on the arrest affidavit.
Right.
So that in itself it's a crime.
Okay. Okay. Anything else that you want to add, Mr. Rincon?
Yeah, I also want to file a complaint against what's the chief name?
Our chief?
Yeah,
Our chief of police?
Uh-huh.
Chief Claudio Trevino?
yeah,
Okay.
for not wanting to release body cameras. Say I think he said that it was because of pending investigation.
Mm-hmm.
So he made some claims to the Attorney General that they were not going to release the videos because of that, and the Attorney General, of course, they approved it, but I don't think that's being transparent.
Right.
So
Any other concerns that you wish to address, Mr. Rincon?
not really. I mean, like I told you, I don't really think nothing's going to happen filing this complaint. So,
Right. Well, so I'm going to guide you briefly through to what's going to happen. Of course, we're going to review any dash camera video that's available,
Mhm.
body camera video that's available from that particular incident. Any officer that was involved in that incident also review their body camera, dash camera videos, and so forth. Look at everything in its totality. Of course, if you feel that you can provide us with subsequent video that maybe perhaps would be beneficial to the investigation, certainly whenever you feel that you want to provide that to us, of course, we would actually welcome any additional video that you may have. We'll review all that evidence, interview anybody that was involved, gather all the details of the event, complete the investigation, and forward that investigation, of course, to administration up until the actual chief of police. And they'll review the case. If they meet, if there's evidence to show that our members lacked or were deficient in our policies and procedures, certainly there will be some discipline that perhaps maybe might be conveyed or addressed with them.
yeah.
You will be notified by mail of the actual disposition of the case. The investigation can take anywhere up to 180 days for finalization. I don't anticipate. However, given the fact that there is a pending type of, disposition with the district attorney's office, that could potentially delay the process because we tend to kind of wait to see what happens with that and then get their disposition from them and see moving forward why the case, if there's any charges that were, I'm not saying that there is a reason, but there was an indictment for that allegation or the case was ultimately dismissed and why. So when we receive that, of course, we use that as part of the administrative investigation. And so that's why I'm just letting you know more or less we need to kind of wait on that. So I'll follow up with them and see exactly where they're at on that particular issue.
Oh, wow.
Meanwhile, I will review our inventory, making sure that everything is properly itemized and inventoried.
And also, can I add something?
Sure.
I had new ammo on
Okay.
sealed brand new ammo, and that they took that also, and it's not on the on the arrest affidavit.
What type of ammo are we
Uh,
talking about?
well, at over 1,000 rounds. I mean, 12 gauge, 9.
Assorted ammo of different
Assorted,
types of
just
caliber?
assorted, yeah.
Yes.
Every time I go out of town, I have everything in my car because I have 4 children in my house.
Yeah.
So
And so were they in boxes? Were they
boxes,
just?
brand new.
They
Yeah.
were. You remember the brand of the actual ammo?
No.
No. And so, but that wasn't part of the inventory. That's here in our property, or it was also recovered.
It's not in the arrest affidavit,
Uh-huh.
and they told me they had it here.
Okay, so it is in.
But they told me we're not gonna return that to you, although it's new,
Mhm.
and I don't think your policy allows you to keep new boxed ammo.
Right.
You know, I understand that the ammo that's on the magazine or on the weapon itself, it's not going back to, or not coming back to me in this case. But as far as new boxed ammo, I mean,
Yeah. So certainly what I'll do is I'll follow up with the district attorney's office. Ultimately, anything that gets seized during an investigation, it needs to be cleared, right? That they're not going to use any type of items that was seized for whatever purposes they might have. Ultimately, like you indicated, if they say, hey, the case is dismissed, obviously everything should be returned to you. If they feel, of course, that it's not time yet, of course, we can't just release property just because we want to. There's just a procedural type of issue. So certainly I will follow up with them and see what's the status of that.
and also, I'd like to know why all the weapons were seized. Supposedly only one was the one that in plain view.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Those are some of the questions that we'll ask. Okay. I certainly won't give an opinion as to why.
I know. I understand.
So those questions will be addressed.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll get some answers.
Okay. And just contact me via email.
Sure. Do you want to write down your email?
Sure.
I just there's some confusion.
Here or
Wherever you feel. Is that your preferred method of communication through email? Perfect.
Yeah.
Anything else, sir, that you may want to add?
No, not at the moment.
Now, I do have this statement. If you want to fill it out, you can. You can fill it out here. You can take it with you and then provide it at a later date. It's up to you. It's just the details of what we covered today. You can be more specific, more detailed. It's really up to you.
Okay, but I don't need to fill this out, no?
No,
You have everything recorded.
Right, we have that everything recorded, but it's just up to you if you want to do it in writing or anything like that.
It would be still formal with the video and
Yes.
everything. Well, no, if I don't need to, that's fine.
Okay, perfect. Some people still like to
Yeah,
write.
no, I really don't like writing
Very well.
reports.
No, I certainly understand. Anything else?
Not right now.
No?
Not right
Okay.
now.
Well, thank you. Like I said, we'll go ahead and follow up with all these issues. We'll certainly communicate with you through email, your preferred choice of communication, and hopefully we'll get some answers in reference to this issue.
Okay.
Okay?
All
right. Thank you. How much were the Google glasses, by the way?
they're not Google glasses, no?
There's some other type of.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Be safe out there.
All right, I'll try.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Or evening.